For the zone you're in, I apologize for the notes, but basically I'm just rushing you through some of the stuff, and Matt will be able to tell you other things too if he remembers. Okay, so in this zone, you pick up a new skill called talent. It starts at whatever your learn skill is. Out of curiosity,
Right,
what is your learn skill?
It is 15.
Nice.
So talent, is it?
Yep, talent.
All right.
And let's see. In this zone, the sanity for killing certain people is much decreased, the cold-blooded killing thing. In this zone, rather than with a hand weapon, before you'd get like 1 attack, 1 defense per round, in this zone, you don't. If you want to make attack your primary, you do that at full. Defense is then at -30, and further defenses, bigger negatives. Or you could, quote, fight conservatively, have defense at full, and then attack at -30. Okay?
Okay.
Let's see. You also pick up a new spell for being here, which I will copy paste into Google Hangouts. Do you see the long copy paste from the Google Hangouts thing? Great. Basic to give you the basics, it's put sword away, like have sword hidden. Okay. And putting it away is what takes the skill roll and stuff. Your skill in this spell starts at your learn. Learn is a super important stat. Yeah, I like that all the stats are now actually, there's no dump stat.
Right, not cool.
No, not really, no. It just comes down to how you want to customize your character. What sort of character you want.
Okay. The other stuff. In this zone, which is dependent on talent, as long as you have the talent stat, you get, quote, amazing regeneration. It gets tricky when you get under 0 hit points, but until you do, you regenerate 1 hit point per round. Once your body has taken too much damage, like if you start getting into negatives, then I'll start asking what your hit points had started at, because you might just be fucked. Or if you get decapitated, it all ends. But until then, you regenerate really fast.
So just to confirm with sword trick, it does not work on daggers?
Yeah.
My reading of it, it's purely
only swords.
Only swords.
Although, if you ever roll a critical on your sword trick thing, let me know immediately, because special shit happens in the magic system when you make a crit.
Okay.
Okay, Matt, could you explain to him, and I'll interject anything extra needs to be in there, what the game is, so to speak, as far as with the swords and shit in the zone?
Are you basically referring to the fact it's acting Highlanders?
Yes.
We are Shakespearean Highlanders.
6 million, did you say?
6 million?
No, he said Shakespearean.
Shakespearean, sorry. Sorry.
You guys are actors, and you are competing for talent. If you chop off somebody else's head, you get some of their talent.
Okay.
Basically, it comes down to it has to be honorable duels, and there's a lot of little rules and shit, which Matt has probably forgotten. No?
I've got a list.
Go for it. Give him the list.
Okay. Rules. We've got no fighting at work. So if you're doing a play, obviously, it's not good for going around and chopping off all the actors' heads because the show must go on. So no shitting in your own back garden. It's always one-on-one. There's no interference, obviously. So once you've started, it's mano in mano with no extra help. You've got to fight fairly. So no shooting someone and then cutting their head off, or poisoning or anything like that. And then also once you take talent, you're very, very weak for a certain amount of time, and it's still okay, even though I think it's not very sporting. But if you would say take talent and you were weak for 10 seconds or whatever it is, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, then I could run up, chop your head off, and take your talent. And then I'd be weak for whatever minutes or hours.
Yeah, that's the high points. Also, your new possessions, Pete. You have what's your character's name?
Joshua McKay.
Very good. You have the following, all in Joshua McKay's name: driver's license, passport, 2 different credit cards, one like MasterCard, one Visa type thing. A SAG card with your photo, Screen Actors Guild card with your photo. Something that Matt had neglected to mention is if you get fired from SAG or your SAG card gets yanked, your talent goes away.
Well, I was leaving that for you to explain because I thought you were going to do the whole SAG thing. That's kind of almost like a whole different thing.
No, I'm gonna let you deal with that. But you also have $1,000 in cash. Your choice, some sort of billfold or something to keep it in. Touch phone, which you can figure out your own lock for. And the following numbers are already programmed into it. Elliot Goldstein. Car.
Sorry, car.
Car, C-A-R.
Oh, yeah.
The initials MCC, as in Mike, Charlie, Charlie. Jim.
Jim with a J.
And Mrs. Parapet, Parapet. And a little bit about the house that you wake up in. You wake up in a bedroom. I'll just give you the rundown of the house in the order I've got it rather than doing the explore thing. Outside, it has a pretty stupid driveway because one side of it goes to a sheer cliff. It's only 3 or 4 meters, but it looks as though several cars have gone off of it because the driveway is kind of narrow and you'd have to back out. And so it looks like the normal thing that happens is that cars fall off of this and nobody has corrected it or anything. And there are 3 different VW Golf 4-door hatchbacks in ugly colors, 2 of which looks like the side that would be on the cliff if you were to back up the car have been well and truly crumpled in, as though recently they have fallen off the cliff. The other one is not crumpled yet. Let's see. The property is a very Californian type house. It's kind of on a hill. There's even a golf thing so you can like shoot your ball up the hill and then hopefully have it roll back. There's gardens. The house is a terracotta color, comfortable furniture. There's a lot of fucking alcohol in this house for some reason. Out back is a dojo, think the Matrix movie. Lots of fucking metal and wood swords. There's also a small lap pool out back. No security systems to speak of. You get a personal room that's decorated however your character would be into it. I'm not sure what time period is your character from, Pete?
2021.
Great. So this is all, nothing is like mysterious or evil spirits and shit for you. Matt, who was it that got the safe deposit key in the party?
Me.
Good. There's also a picture that it's the Last Supper. For some reason, Yana, there's a female character in the middle playing Jesus, and all the other PCs are in the picture, lined up like Da Vinci would want them.
Mm-hmm.
You also have a two different cards in your wallet. One is for the Have Gun Will Travel fan club, and the other one is a Bolorama card for half off a bowling game. And let's see. In the closet, you have various nice suits, and like your character. Just looking at your character is not wildly rich, but he's definitely well off. There's laundry bags over some of the suits. The laundry service is called Capital Laundry Services. Washes cleaner than clean. Let's see. Also, in your room is a small, kind of concealed fingerprint scanner next to some sort of iris lens sitting on a flat surface, like a really big drink coaster.
Oh, Logan. Don't forget to tell them how the magic and tech all works.
Oh, right. Well,
and not to mention the magic cost. Even when you fail, it's free.
Oh, yeah. If you, I believe for the sword trick spell, it's 6 to try to cast it. If you fail the spell, you expend 3 magic points. If you fumble it, you blow all 6 and nothing good happens. For spells other than that one, which you don't need to worry about, you basically need to make an additional roll. But since you don't know any spells other than that one, you're good. Let's see. Aside from the fingerprint scanner next to the large iris thing, it's also in the living room. There's a decent computer where you can put the screen image on the big flat screen on the wall.
Don't forget the sword damage as well.
Oh, right. Thank you. Okay, weird thing, Pete. For all damage other than swords, you basically it's 1 less on the damage track, which means that it reduces by 1 die. So if you get shot with a pistol, it does D8. On you, it does D6. Except for swords. Swords do 1 more point. So if it's a D8 sword,
1 dice down, 1 dice up, as opposed to 1 damage.
Yep. Minimum damage is still D3. So you always take a little slow beating.
And Pete, this goes for just people like us.
Yeah, if you lose your talent skill by getting your head chopped off, because you may survive getting your head chopped off in this campaign, which is kind of weird to say, but if you do die, then your talent goes away and your damage, resistance, regeneration, extra damage, all that shit is connected to the talent, so it goes away.
All right. We'll cover that when we cover that, if it ever happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hopefully not.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Awkward. Let's see. And right.
So I suppose sorry, I was just going to say, I suppose the other question is, what I'm assuming I don't remember anything.
You remember kind of bits and pieces from your life. One of the weird things is that your buddy is in the next room. Have you ever been at a party and you're like, I know that guy, his name is on the tip of my tongue, but I can't quite get it?
Yeah, yep.
You're having that experience. You know that somebody is in the next room, but you can't quite remember his name. And Alex, you're also getting that kind of thing. And both of you simultaneously go, ooh, I've got the kind of weird queasy feeling. You think the quickening. So all that shit happens at once. And you're not really sure how you got here and stuff like that. You remember whatever you remembered from before, but
it's very kind of all hazy
and yeah. All you remember is that just before you got here, there was like you heard fire and some sort of klaxon, and then you woke up in a comfortable bed, and it's like, what the fuck kind of dreams am I having? You know, kind of thing.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah. Alex, you know that your buddy's nearby. You don't know which one, but one of them is.
Buddy!
You hear drunkenly from the next room. Pete?
Okay. Hello?
Hello? I'm going to Pete's room.
All right. No problem. Are you dressed?
Partially.
All right. You want to describe what Alex Kinley looks like for all those people out there that don't know?
Changed a lot.
Go for it.
He's I don't know, early 40s, quite kind of rosy cheeked, stocky, but not, you know, short and stocky, kind of, you can tell, Irish descent, and yeah, potentially drunk.
And Pete, what does your character look like, please?
So he is, well, he probably, they don't carry over. I know he's just fairly slim, about 6 foot, hawkish nose. I have to remember. I can't for the life of me remember how old he is. I'd have to look it up.
Okay. What was his name again?
Joshua McKay.
I remember that fucking name.
I was going to say, it's a character Pete used before.
Ah. Cool. Right. So you guys are hanging out.
And that was going to be my next question. He had actually met Alex Kinley.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
Oh, you guys absolutely know each other. You're like,
that was the question, do I actually know him?
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
You guys are like, woo.
Even me and the doc didn't have that. It's quite crazy.
Sorry, Matt, you're a bit soft there.
I was just saying, I didn't even when Chris played the doc, we never had our characters meet at any point. So we didn't get the kind of like, yay! We adventured together before, but we can. That's cool.
Yeah, I don't think we'd actually adventured together. Alex Kinley had appeared a couple of times.
Oh, it must be a cameo.
Yeah. You appeared. There was a couple of cameos.
I love that. I love the fact my characters make cameos.
Weird.
Because you were playing Hugo Harrington, so.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Well, shit. Then you've probably also seen his painting up in the KBC.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that'd be fucking weird.
With the KBC song.
Yes.
I can't believe as well people actually made remixes of that. How crazy is that? Do you remember that one guy? He actually like played it on the fucking piano and made a remix of it. I was like, oh my god. Sorry for sidetracking.
Very much sidetracking, yeah. Well, this character originally had Alex Kinley law.
That was fantastic.
Let me try and find the. There was something weird like that. I was looking through the character sheet and there was something, yeah. It was like real Alex, and it was real Alex Kinley law, real KBC law.
Right.
Fake Alex Kinley law.
Well, there was plenty of that, yeah.
As opposed to the fake stories.
God damn.
That makes me happy.
That's fucking funny as shit. So you guys are doing the male equivalent of squeeing.
Yeah.
Probably drinking alcohol together or something. But there's some weird ding dong sound which Alex knows is some sort of demon trapped in the walls or something. You think it's a doorbell,
Kinder
Pete?
Brothers Law is what it was, but yeah. Anyway, and it was the real stuff, not the stories in the books.
Nice.
So where are we? Oh, and Australian accent.
Ah,
Good on you.
Not American, not English.
cool. I have an Irish twinge to mine. Right.
Yeah.
So we are in somewhere in America. That I can tell you.
He
Okay.
seems to have forgotten where he is, which doesn't surprise you a whole lot. Could be due to the half-empty whiskey bottle he's clutching possessively.
It's San something, San Angeles or something like that. I can't remember.
San Angeli?
Yeah, something like that. San. What are we talking about?
Ding dong.
Ah, demons.
I think there's somebody at the front door, maybe.
Demons.
Is there a dressing gown or anything around?
Oh yeah, there's numerous clothes. You can dress however you want. You're pretty much just staying there in your underwear, but Alex is only half dressed too, so
I've
All right,
got
so-
shorts on and a smoking jacket.
cards. Shit, that's right.
Yeah.
Since there are two of you, I gotta get back into my roll 20. Are you in roll 20, Matt?
Yeah.
Good.
No, no.
Yeah, I suck at this.
Cards.
Yeah,
This will be
go ahead and
trying to
take
remember
some
how
cards, Pete,
cards
because
work.
I had no idea that you had like a lifetime membership to this. It's like, does Pete know of roll 20? He knows more than you, Logan. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I backed the original Kickstarter at a level that gave me lifetime membership.
Oh, no. Person to your left.
That's
shit,
Pete. So does he lose all his cards? So
Yes.
he gets to draw them and then discard them?
Yeah.
Nice.
Hold on. I do have a.
Wasn't there a cancel card or something?
Yeah, I'm looking
Okay.
for it now.
Do you know how to draw your own cards from the deck, Pete?
No idea. Oh, there they are. There.
That's the skull thing. Although you may play with the tomato truck if you desire. The green squiggle thing above the tomato truck is where the normal discard area is.
Okay, that's the discard, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry about that. I've got no.
I'm gonna hit the restroom while you guys are doing cards real quick.
Oh, computer. That's handy. Demon box. Basically, sanity is the killer.
Okay.
Hit points not so much anymore, especially with the crazy regen, and even death in general doesn't seem to have as much hold. But basically, if you go completely bonkers, that's it. NPC time.
I would like to point out in the Last Supper picture, Yana's character looks especially crazy.
But
Yeah.
how's that different to any other character she's played?
Pete, she's not done well since you left. she's gone really off the kind of crazy deep end. It's quite fun to play with.
Did you get your extra refill already, Pete?
Oh no, I did not do an extra refill.
Oh yeah.
I was-
We like to reward our tech support people for making it all possible. Oh, on your dice things, be sure to change the dice you're using from D20 to D100.
Yeah, already done it.
Good. Because otherwise, people tend to do really, really well at the beginning of the game.
We caught it very early on that.
Mm-hmm. You done with card play, Pete, or?
Yeah. Sorry, I was just reading a card, trying to refamiliarize myself with them since it's been a few years.
I love that the campaign from a few years ago, the characters are able to come back in this.
Yeah, I thought it would be fun to do.
Mm-hmm. Is this Sherlock Holmes? The guy we
Yes.
called Sherlock Holmes? Ha!
Yes.
Good. Lovely. So anyway, you guys are hanging out. You're dressed, Pete.
No, I was going to grab a dressing gown and go. The doorbell was ringing, so go and answer the door.
Right. You see a really annoyed looking UPS guy with a big flat package about as tall as you are. And he's like, he's really not watching the door. He's watching his phone and going, unbelievable. It appears that he's watching some sort of news or something on his phone. He sees you and goes, oh, I'm sorry, sir. He puts away his phone. He's like, wow, I can't believe what's going on. Could you sign here, please?
Sure. Why? What's going on?
Oh,
I've just
big
woken up.
explosions and shit like that.
Whereabouts?
Downtown.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Demons.
He looks
Not
around
me,
like,
man.
where'd that come from? After he gets his pad back, he doesn't really
Who's
care.
sorry? Who's? All right. Yeah. I'll look at
it's
the.
just a random. He doesn't even ask who you are. He's totally distracted.
All
And
right.
he hands you the big
Thank
flat
you.
package, and he heads back to UPS truck that's waiting there.
I'll look at the label.
It says it's for Alex Kinley.
Package for you, Alex.
Yeah. Okay. Just set it on the floor, and
It's about maybe a little over half a meter wide and about just under 2 meters tall.
okay.
And it's about this thick.
Give me 1 second. I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to go to the kitchen. I'm going to find some salt.
Give me a spot hidden roll, Pete.
All right.
Oh, he's got fancy fucking shit.
Hmm?
Yeah, he's using his macros that I have no idea how to fucking use, program, or anything, but it tells him right there, you did not make it. Neat. Cool. Yeah. It looks like a nice place. I mean, it's considering how many bedrooms are here, which I'm not sure either. It's kind of a bit smallish. You're hoping to upgrade.
Okay.
You find a big thing of ionized salt in the kitchen.
Cool. I'm going to come back and start tracing a circle around the package.
What are you expecting to be in the package?
I don't know, but it's always good to be prepared. Could be some demon boxes in there. So, yeah, need to make sure.
You weren't expecting this?
I have no idea what it is.
Okay.
I order a lot of shit drunk.
Who does on the label? Who does it say it's from?
It says your biggest fan on the
Oh,
label.
it's one of these.
And
It's
how
one of
heavy was it?
these.
Pretty light.
So I've got this old lady that makes me macaroni cards, so it might be from her.
It's a bit big for a macaroni cart.
She likes big macaronis.
Wow.
It's
Right.
a very big macaroni.
I'll finish off my circle of salt, and then I will.
You see an old guy come in. He glances at Alex pouring salt on the carpet in a big circle, and he just kind of goes,
Jeez,
Jim, sir.
jeez.
He sighs again like, I am not getting paid enough for this bullshit.
I'm done with the salt. Thank you. Thank you, Jeeves. Thank you.
He takes it, just looks at you like, I really hope you die soon. And he heads off. Here, Pete, on roll 20, if you'd like to look at the pictures that have been uncovered, includes the various whiskey bars, the lap pool, the guy he calls Jeeves, pictures of the house, a couple of Mexican gardeners out back, the cars, and in the bathroom is the whiskey bar that's portrayed there. Usually people don't have multiple whiskey bars in their bathroom, but any house of Alex.
So the third picture along of the guy, that's the one he's calling Jeeves?
Yes. Give me a, do you have any kind of skill that would help determine somebody's nationality?
Oh, me, Peter's got a pretty good idea of his
Go
nationality.
Go for it. Yeah, give me your
Well,
guess
it looks
there.
Indonesian.
You are fucking completely right on. Take a card, Pete.
I mean, don't forget, I've been to Bali several times. So.
Oh, I know, but still, I mean, the look is pretty close for different Southeast Asian countries.
True. Yeah.
First guy.
Which is impressive because I don't think she's been to fucking Indonesia at all.
But it looks like, especially like with the hat and stuff, like if they've
Yes.
got a ceremony or something. Sorry, I've just drawn a card that commemorates Alex Kinley's second trip to Japan to build a Shinto temple.
Nice.
So
what's that card give you?
Sorry, and I've got to discard one because I've got one too many. 6 is max, isn't it?
Correct. Yeah, with two players, it's all 6.
What does that card give you?
Oh.
Is that it's a crit card?
Yeah, it's a crit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a good fucking card, dude.
Where's the discard pile disappeared?
Here, I'll move you back since you've seen the pictures. There you go.
All right. I'm discarding dissemination, which allows you to rearrange your stats at the end of the Sorry, no, dissemination, which allows you to mess around with cards anyway.
Okay. Yeah, I might.
I couldn't really. Didn't think this early in the game. Couldn't really see a use for it.
Oh no, that's the new leadership card. I wouldn't recommend just discarding dissemination.
I can take it.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay. Sorry, the way it read, I couldn't see a use for it initially.
Yeah, I'm working on making my cards new and unique so that I can someday maybe get a Kickstarter going and people can buy the deck if they choose or something.
Excuse me.
All right. The guy known as Jeeves, he greets you and he says, "Hello, Mr. McKay. Would you like something to drink, sir?"
Yes, please. You know my name?
My name is Jim. I'm the butler. I have been hired.
Know my name.
Yes. I was going to say I have been hired by the studio you have been working for the last show that you did. Bobcat Studio, sir.
Bobcat Studio. I see.
Sorry, I did miss one more thing with the whole.
I'll get you your usual, he says.
Yeah.
He heads over to the bar.
One more thing about the whole, actor thing, Highlander thing. Don't go against your studio. So, in other words, you don't fight when you're at work, and you don't fight when like other studio people. So
yeah, okay. So you don't fight other members of your group.
Yeah, just in case.
There's a lot of different little studios out there.
So how do you? So how many people? How would I know who's a member of Bobcat Studio?
I think it's just a case of the acting peoples know each other, and I mean the last one just seemed to kind of fall into a lapse. Really, it was just some guy being an idiot, and their guys looked at our guys, and we went, "Let's have a fight." That was it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Question: what is Joshua McKay's normal drink?
Tea.
Alcoholic.
Ah.
Tea?
Oh, alcoholic. Right. Sorry. I thought you were talking about non-alcoholic.
Long Island iced tea.
No. I thought you were talking about like in the morning. I've just woken up. I want a cup of tea.
He brings you a cup of tea. He brings Alex Kinley a bucket with whiskey and an umbrella on top, like big enough for the bucket. So it's kind of not like the little mini umbrellas. It's a bigger umbrella. And he says, "Your buckets, sir."
Oh, you know me so well, Jeeves.
He gives you some good morning type tea, Mr. McKay. And he says, "Will there be anything else, gentlemen?" He's making sure not to touch the salt nor step in the circle. He doesn't know why, but he does have survival instincts, apparently.
I want you to stand here and watch me open my gift from my admirer.
He sighs and closes his eyes briefly.
I want you to go, "Ooh."
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Whereabouts in Indonesia are you from?
He tells you he's from the big island thing in the middle on the north
Java.
side. There you go. Probably. Logan can't remember, but yes. You discuss things while Alex gets in the circle
Yeah.
and opens his package.
Wouldn't you
turns
want
out-
to open it from outside the circle, Alex?
Made the circle too big for that. I'll just have to face the demons myself.
Don't
Stand
you have a
back,
golf
stand
club
back.
or something?
No, it's fine. Oh, that's a good point. She's my roll for the day.
The which one?
The yoink, zing, the one spell we know.
Oh, that's to put it away, not take it out.
No, we have to cast it once a day.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That's 3 magic points. 6 magic points.
He keeps hiding a sword behind his back and going,
Ah.
and then he pulls it back out and goes, shit. Does that twice. The butler
A
waits
lot of magic
patiently.
points later.
All right. So where would my sword be then if we're all supposed to have swords, Alex?
I'll get a sword for you, sir. Any particular style you'd prefer?
No, I don't really recall running around
Very
with a
good,
sword.
sir. Jeeves beats feet while Alex is opening the box, wondering
Thank you,
if
Jim.
it'll explode or
Oh, I
something.
stopped opening the box. I wait until Jim comes back. Just standing there with it ready to open. So when he comes back, I go, ah! I'm like, huh? Huh? I'm like looking at him.
This happens. He goes, ooh. And
Oh, come on, Jim. You put a bit more effort into it than that?
your sword, sir. He hands you a standard broadsword.
Thank you.
Very good,
All right.
sir.
I will use the. Which card was it? I will use the. It's a critical card.
All right. Good news for Pete. You have made a critical on a spell. You have picked up a new spell. Now, the new spell, it starts at your learn skill.
Mm-hmm.
And I am now scrolling madly to get to it. Let's see. I did not expect this quite so quickly.
That's the good thing about card play.
That is a good thing about card play.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And okay, this is from a so-called secret tree that normally people do not have access to. And I need you to pick a handheld type weapon, Pete. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's like a medieval type hand weapon.
A dagger.
Very well. You learned the spell Dagger
Nice.
Trick.
Yep.
It works exactly the same as Sword Trick. However, it works for daggers. Now, the limitation is you can only have one trick going at a time. So if you have a sword hidden, as you currently do, you may not do the dagger trick. But unlike everybody else, you could choose between hiding a sword with that skill or a dagger with the R skill. Other than that, it's all the same.
So they both need to be leveled up.
Or instead of that, Pete, you could instead choose General Pocket as a new spell. So your choice, and if you roll another crit on Sword Trick, then you get to make the choice. Well, then you can choose whichever one you don't choose. General Pocket is the other spell, which I will not tell you about unless you choose it, and then I will copy paste. So it's your choice.
I'll go with dagger trick for the moment. I've written it down already, so sorry.
It's up to you. It's up to you. I was going to say, yeah, if you can get General Pocket as well, then you will be happy boy, because you can have a pocket and a trick going at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So question for you, Alex.
Yeah.
So it's got to be with a sword. You can't fight with a different weapon, different handheld weapon.
You can, but they seem to do less damage to us.
Yeah. But there's no dishonor in using a different weapon is more what I'm getting at.
Nope.
All right.
Right. What's inside the box? It's a cardboard cutout, life size of Alex Kinley, smiling and holding a bottle of whiskey.
Oh, I love it. That's going straight in my room.
You put it near the macaroni pitcher.
Mm-hmm. Is it from the same lady?
No.
No.
It's got some other fan's name on that you look at and kind of immediately forget.
Jeeves. Jeeves, please. I need you to get some of my mug shots Good size.
The ones from the police station, sir.
No, the acting ones, the ones I send out for my
The headshots,
yes,
sir.
headshots.
Yes, sir.
Give me a striking pose one, please, with a lipstick kiss on the corner, and sign my name from Alex Kinley, love Alex Kinley, and send it back to this address. I'm pointing to the box, and the address on the other box for the macaroni picture.
Very good, sir.
Well done.
He leaves gratefully. He appears not to want to spend a lot of time around Alex Kinley for some reason.
Who does?
So why are you getting this fan mail already? How long have you been here?
We are actors.
How long have you been?
I
How long have you been in this weird world?
think about 2 days.
I almost spit out on my computer.
Right. So somehow it's like we've already been here, although we don't seem to have any memory. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Assuming your memory of where you come from is all over the place.
Yeah, pretty much.
Even when you're sober.
Yeah. Sober?
Yes.
I'm only kidding. It's about 9:30 in the morning. That's about it. So, I think what you need to do is get on that little demon box of yours and call up our manager. Have a chat with him. Weinstein or...
Oh, is that the Elliot Goldstein?
That's the one.
All right. So, do you know who Jim and Mrs. Parapet are?
Oh, Jeeves. Yep, you've met Jeeves.
Oh, Jim is Jim. Yep, of course. Yep. And Mrs. Parapet?
Mrs. Parapet. Yeah, I think it came up. She's something to do with the MCC thing.
Give me a memory roll.
Yeah.
Or not.
It's actually a good thing that I do have. Alex does have a high memory, even though... Yes, got it.
No, she has nothing to do with the MCC. You think that she has something to do with Jeeves, but you're not sure what.
Yeah. Oh, she's the cook or something. Yeah, I think she's the cook. Or maybe they're together. Lovers. Is it Jeeves? Jeeves!
He eventually, he's got a cell phone in one hand. He looks a bit distracted. He goes, sir?
Who's Mrs. Pitty Pat again?
I don't know Mrs. Pitty Pat, sir.
Petapit?
I don't know Mrs. Petapit, sir.
You know the other lady who comes here a lot.
My wife, sir?
Oh, that's it. Yeah, they're married. Thank you, James.
So,
you can go now.
Mrs. Parapet is Jim's wife.
Yeah. I think she does the cooking.
Jim also nods, and he appears distracted by something on his phone as he goes back to Alex's bidding.
What was I doing?
Is there a TV in this place?
A big fucking TV.
Demon box.
Alex seems to be trying to ignore it.
All right. Is it on or off at the moment?
It's currently off.
All right. I'll turn it on and see if there's like a news channel or something and try and see about what's going on.
It's the news channel is called SRN, Strangely Relevant News.
Oh, one last thing is something quite important you should probably know. Your demon box, the number for MCC. By the way, that's the cleanup crew.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, if you've been in any altercations with another actor and you've relieved them of their head, you call that number and they come out and clean it up, which is going to be a pain for me because they're never going to they're going to find bodies everywhere because I ain't calling that number. Demon boxes, demons.
On the newscast, you can see a bunch of guys in like white shirts and dark jackets with the ear thing rushing in and fighting. It looks like a street gang and unknown assailants. There's a lot going on in just the brief picture. And then it cuts to a reporter who's too close to the action, and the reporter's going, "This is a super dangerous area. Normally the police don't even come down here, much less today." And the guy at the studio goes, "That's what you get, you cheating scumbag." And the lady's like, "What?" And the studio guy goes, "What?" And the reporter goes, "Shut up, Phil. We're down here in one of the worst neighborhoods of San Angeles." The camera pans over a war zone. And the reporter says, "Where even the common people are armed." And then it shows, looks like stock footage, possibly from a different country, possibly Russia, with a babushka-type grandmother lugging a surface-to-air missile launcher. And then it cuts back to the reporter. You're not sure why they put that in there, but the guy at the studio is grinning. And the reporter says something, but it's drowned out by a motorcycle's revving engine. The camera then kind of jerks over, and you see a motorcycle with a sidecar, the passenger armed with a sword, and they're now making a drive-by sword attack on the reporter. Let me give a quick roll to see how the assailant does. He misses. The reporter almost fumbled her fucking dodge and went under the wheels of the motorcycle. And the reporter yells something and pulls out a pistol and starts shooting while yelling something at the motorcycles. Does anybody have lip reading?
Yes, I do.
Lip reading.
If you don't, Pete, you get it at Learn.
That's some good reporting.
Exactly. Try and work out what she's saying. And I'll use the skill +5 card.
There you go.
Oh, that'd be a fumble.
Excellent.
Yes.
She's saying, "I love Alex Kinley."
I knew it. Another adoring fan.
Yeah, no.
All right, and then
Mm.
let's see. Oh, let me check to see how they do on their shooting of the person. Right, they appear to be shooting a lot and missing even more. At this point, the motorcycle is going to try a hard turn as they continue on. Hey, they made it. You're pretty impressed with that. That's some good driving. And then the camera pans back over to the reporter who's putting away. The guy at the studio goes, "Are you all right?" And the reporter's like, "Yes." And the studio guy goes, "Shit." And he says, "And now the weather."
So, Alex, is this from your brief time here? Is this fairly common?
No, this is the first time I've seen this in 2 days.
Okay.
But we did have some really interesting thing on the first day. We went to some underground place with a stinky river. It's called the
What, sewerage?
kind of. It's called the River Stinks.
Oh, River Stinks as opposed to River Styx.
Yep, and I had a guy on there who took us across and found some interesting things. Yeah, it's a weird place. Very weird.
Okay, and
yeah, but this is the first kind of gang-on-gang violence we've seen in 2 days. Yeah.
but it seems swords are fairly prevalent here by looking at that.
Actually, just as a side note, you may have seen some swords in the background, but a lot of people are using guns and stuff. It's the kind of footage that if you were to get it and analyze it, it would tell you a lot more, because is mostly the reporter, and then the background.
Yeah.
You saw somebody like leaping for somebody else with their arms back and going like, so you're not sure what's going on in there. It's very busy. And it's nighttime currently, so.
Basically, what we've managed to discover is the whole actor-on-actor thing, the talenting, as we like to call it. I just came up with that.
It shows Jim in the eye room just doing eye roll and continue fucking kissing pictures with like lipstick on.
Basically, as long as you do it correctly, it doesn't seem to draw too much attention. So things like police and media generally don't get involved too much unless you're too obvious with it. If you kind of do it properly and you're doing it by the book, then, for some reason, even if there's police just around the corner, they don't seem to hear it, or they won't notice the motion. So I'm guessing that's how this has been kind of stayed.
Both of you guys give me a listen roll of -30 or half. I don't care which.
-30 is.
Listen.
I believe that is not.
There we go.
No worries.
Yes.
Cool. You hear, it sounds like a weird noise from outside in the back of the house, Pete. It sounds like.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
And it continues.
It's a repeating noise coming from the back somewhere. Don't know if it's like a distant phone ringing or someone mumbling.
It might be Mrs. Pettywood.
So much for once proud Indonesian name, says Jim in the other room.
I shall go for a look to see. I'm going to go check it out, Alex.
No problem. You go out the back door, and underneath, it looks like one of the bedroom windows is a pile of different electronic devices, some of which look like they've been ripped out of wherever they were. Mm-hmm. And in that pile, you find a phone with a cracked screen that looks similar to yours, and somebody is trying to call named Elliot Goldstein.
Alex's phone.
Oh, hello. Who is this?
This is Joshua.
Joshua, it's so good to hear you. Just got a quick question.
I'll be walking back inside the house, by the way.
What?
I'll be walking back in the house as I'm talking to him. I'm not just standing there.
Tell me you're not downtown.
I'm not downtown.
Good. Tell me that the crazy Alex isn't downtown.
The crazy Alex is not downtown.
Oh, booby, you don't know how good that makes me feel. Just make sure to keep him there, keep him drunk. Do you have enough whiskey? He likes the whiskey.
Yes, he does.
Good. Don't worry, we'll get something soon for you. Because the studio wants to, you did a good job in Not If I Can Help It, but we got to get you into something else pretty soon, okay? I'm going to start crazy in here. You can't get me out. It's been a day. It's less than a day. He goes, all right. Don't worry. We're still working on the handy deal.
I still think it sounds like a porn.
You want to do porn? No.
It sounds like a porn.
No porn. Yeah, I'll call you tomorrow.
My neighbors are going to love this.
No porn. He hangs up. You're not sure what's going on, Pete, but obviously you've been dropped into some sort of lunatic fringe thing, which it feels a little bit like the KBC, but on location, if you know what I mean.
Yes.